my channel. For today's video, I created this purple fall makeup look that was actually inspired by a fellow beauty guru named Madison Ashley. I'll have her channel linked down below. And so yeah, if you guys want to see how I got this look, then please keep watching. Okay guys, so as you can see, I already have one eye done. So it came out like this. I think I'm going to work on it a little bit more. I'm going to see once I get this eye done, and then yeah, we'll see what needs to be touched up at the end. So starting off, we are just going to prime the lid. So I'm just using my concealer and just applying a little bit on there. I think concealer works as a great primer instead of like an actual eyeshadow primer. I know a lot more people are using eyeshadow primers, are using concealer now instead of eyeshadow primers. And for me personally, I've tried a few, not many, of the eye primers, but I just feel like they leave my lids like real oily, and I already have pretty oily eyelids to begin with. And I'm just setting this with a translucent powder. So yeah, I'm not too crazy about actual eyeshadow primers. Okay, so now we are going to apply a purpley mauve shade in the crease. I am using the Carli Bybel palette and taking the shade from that. And we are just going to slowly build this color up and working it into the crease. And it's okay if it's messy, we're just applying the color right now. We're going to come back and blend everything. So just keep blending. Okay, and then we're just going to blend it. This is an e.l.f. blending brush. I really like this brush a lot actually. It's become one of my favorites. So next I'm going in with the even darker purple and applying that kind of like in the outer half of it, and we're strictly putting this just in the crease. I kind of made my crease like come up a little bit higher, so like because I have hooded eyes and like looking head on, it's sometimes hard to see like all of it, like the whole lid and stuff like. So I made sure to bring that first crease color up a little bit higher, and then this one we're putting in my actual crease. Also, I forgot to mention this look is actually inspired by a fellow beauty guru on here. Her name is Katie Maddie, or that's her name on Instagram. I think her YouTube name is Madison Ashley, but her looks are like insane. Like, she is so talented and is so good at makeup. And so this look was actually inspired by her. Now hers was more of a vibrant purple, and unfortunately I don't have that in my collection just yet. I am trying to get some more vibrant colors so I can do more creative and fun looks, but for right now these are the purples that I had, and I really like how it turned out. But yeah, I just wanted to give her credit because I did get inspiration from her. Now we are going to be cutting the crease, and again I'm just taking that same concealer and carving out the crease. Now I had used my Tarte Shape Tape, and that's a lot lighter and brighter, and I feel like I had to go back over it with another shade because I felt like it was just too where's my mirror? It was just too light, and I didn't want it that light. So, and I'm also bringing this up a little bit higher. As you can see, I took it a little bit higher than my actual crease is, just again so you could see it head on, even though not really, but that's okay. So just depending on your eye shape, you can just maybe follow your crease, but I'm going to go just a little bit higher, and so yeah, you can just see what I'm doing. Okay, and then I'm just going to immediately set that with a powder. I have a speck of glitter right there that's bugging me. Okay, and then I'm gonna go back with my one brush and just make sure this is the opacity that I want it. So now I am, oh, where's my brush? I'm using the Lorac Pro 2 palette and the Carli Bybel palette, and I'm mixing two shimmery pink shades from that, and we are just applying that where the crease is cut at. And I just constantly keep going back and forth, just making sure that that purple is still intense in there. So now for the fun part, we are going to be doing the glitter line, and this is the Stila liquid eyeshadows in Diamond Dust. It's super pretty. Just a silver glitter, so I'm going to apply a little bit of it on the back of my hand, and I apologize in advance if this isn't going to show up on camera very well, because it is kind of hard filming it, but I'm going to do my best to make sure I show you guys exactly what I'm doing. Using the same brush that I had originally used to cut the crease, so it's this little small detailer brush from Real Techniques. Just make sure it's not too wet, so it's just really small like that. And I just put the glitter on the back of my hand, and then I'm just going to follow that line where I cut the crease, but I'm going to bring it up a little bit higher like how this one is, and just build it up. Okay, so this is what it looks like so far. I feel like the shape's a little bit off, but I think once I add lashes and stuff that I can come back to it and fix it. So I'm just gonna make sure it's dried down. Now I'm gonna apply a little bit of mascara and then apply lashes, and I'll be right back. For lashes, I'm taking these Kiss lashes. They are the 03s. It's just a set of 6. I don't have like the actual packaging anymore. I just have the strips of lashes. So yeah, I'm applying those, and I just used some duo lash glue. So now I'm just gonna run a color under the lower lash line. And then I'm going to take another darker color. These are the colors that I put in the crease. I'm just starting with the lightest and then going to the darkest one. So now we are going to be priming the face. Like I said, I'm going to come back to the eyes here in a little bit, but this is what it looks like for now. Yeah, so for primer, I'm using the Too Faced Primed and Peachy Matte Primer. This is the one that I hauled in my video. And we're just going to be applying a little bit of that. Like, you don't need too much. About that much. And I have actually already used this one day, and it is so mattifying. I absolutely love it. Here lately, my skin has been, like, over the past year, I'd say my skin has definitely become more oily, whereas before I feel like my skin was on the drier side, and now it's definitely oily. For foundation, I'm actually mixing 2 of my favorites. I'm taking the Revlon Colorstay and the It Cosmetics CC Cream, mainly because this one's super matte and this is super dewy, and I just want like a good in-between. So we're going to mix these 2. I'm just applying that with a Real Techniques brush. Alrighty, and then moving on to concealer, I'm taking the Tarte Rainforest and the Sea Concealer and applying that to the under eyes and any redness I might have showing through still. I really like this concealer a lot. I talked about it again in the haul. I just recently hauled this in my previous video. If you haven't seen that, go check it out. I'll have, oh, I just flipped you guys off, sorry. If you haven't seen it yet, go check it out. I'll have it linked above and down below. But yeah, this concealer is like super dewy. And it's really like hydrating, so if you do have dry under eyes, I highly recommend it. And it's not as full coverage as the Tarte Shape Tape, but I still like love it. So I'm just blending that in. Now as you can see, I still have a little bit of darkness peeking through, so I'm just going to do a second layer of that. Alright, and then I'm just going to take my brush again and just pat everything in. Now we are going to be setting that. I'm taking my Mercier translucent setting powder and setting the under eyes. Alright, so now it's bronzer time, my favorite time. Again, if you guys have been watching my videos, you already know what my bronzer is. So I'm just bronzing up. Got some of it in my mouth. Just bronzing up the temples and my cheekbones. Take a little bit on the chin. I feel like it doesn't make much of a difference on me, but we'll pop some of it there. My main focal points is just the temples and cheekbones. And since this is more of a dramatic look, I'm going to be contouring my nose a little bit. I like how it looks when the eyes are super dramatic. I love to just have that. I just feel like it balances everything out, so we will be doing that next. Alright, so that is the bronzer. So like I said, onto the nose. I'm actually going to be taking this same powder brush from earlier and just wiping it off. Like, that just makes the biggest difference. I just kind of apply it and then I go back in. Blend it. And I actually just blend it with my powder brush. I just like go over it in my nose. Yeah, I just love how it just like, I don't know, it just pulls my whole face together, I feel like. Now for blush, I'm taking this NYX Nudetude blush. It looks like this. I used to love this blush. This used to be my everyday blush until I got that Tarte one. It's just a real natural color and I feel like it'll look good for this look for the eyes. Their blushes are very powdery, so be aware of that. But it's just like a peachy nude color, like literally Nudetude, like fits it perfectly. Because I don't want the cheeks to be like too pinky. And since it's kind of more natural, I'm just going to run it along there. And then I'm just going to blend everything out right quick. So a trick I like to do just to make sure like the contour and the bronzer is just nice and sharp, I take my powder brush and just run it around there with no extra product. Just whatever I had on the brush, I just like to do that, and I feel like it just sharpens it and just makes it look good. Okay, now I'm going to be filling in my brows. I'm using the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer. Again, you already know this is my jam, so we're just going to fill those in real quick. Alright, so that are, I cannot talk. Brows are done, and now moving on, we're doing highlighter, and I'm actually just going, since it's right here, I'm just going to be using the Carli Bybel palette again, and I guess I'm going to I might mix these two shades and apply that. And here lately, what I've been liking to do with my highlighter is obviously apply it on the tip of the nose, and then I kind of just do it right here in the center. I don't take it all the way down. I just kind of do a little bit right there. And I've been loving the look of that. Make sure that Cupid's bow is on and popping, and then just kind of doing a little bit more. And then I'm going to be putting this also in the inner corners. So I'm going to... which brush? I guess I'll use this. It's pointed, and I need some BRB. I need to wet this. Don't encourage that. Alright, so I just realized I forgot to apply mascara to the lower lashes, so I'm going to do that right quick. Alrighty, so now the last step is of course lips. I originally was planning on doing a purple lip and just like, I know typically if you have a dramatic eye you want to do like a nude colored lip, but I think I'm going to do both and we'll see what I end up going with. So I was wanting to mix some of the Kylie lips that I just recently got, so I think I'm going to do that. So I'm going to start off with the shade August Bug. This is a bright, crazy purple. Like low-key, I don't think this color looks bad by itself, but I don't want to just do that. So then I think I'm going to go in with, you know what, no, I'm going to go in with my Maybelline lipstick in the shade Totally Toffee and just put this over it. Alright guys, so that completes this look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I love how it turned out. Yeah, this was so much fun to film. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. That would mean a lot. And if you're new, please subscribe. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!
Cap and a stem, catch a wave on us. Take a shot, make a friend, just enjoy the moment. I'm Luke Sky walking on these haters.
Struggling, guys. This tutorial has been an epic fail. I hope when I go back and edit this that it turns out better than all the issues I'm having filming this.